The moon revolves around Earth. Earth revolves around the sun. So, what does the sun orbit? You might not believe it, but the sun is leading its followers, orbiting the galactic center at a speed of about 220 kilometers per second. The Milky Way possesses 100 billion to 400 billion stars, and the sun is just one very ordinary yellow dwarf star among them. It is in a corner of the Milky Way's Orion arm, about 26,000 light years away from the galactic center. It takes the sun about 230 million years to complete one revolution around the galactic center. From the dinosaurs' extinction till today, the sun hasn't finished one revolution. The Milky Way's diameter is 100,000 light years. Even flying at light speed, it would take 100,000 years to get from one end to the other. Yet, this behemoth composed of hundreds of billions of stars is actually just an ordinary galaxy in the universe. At a distance of 2.5 million light years away from us, there is another massive galaxy twice as large as the Milky Way. That is the Andromeda Galaxy. It contains about 1 trillion stars. In addition to the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy, the Magellanic Clouds and dwarf galaxies are scattered around. Together, they form a gravitational system about 10 million light years in diameter called the Local Group. The Local Group contains more than 80 member galaxies, and the Milky Way is just one of them. It already sounds shocking enough, right? But the Local Group is still not the end. Zooming out our view, you will find that the Local Group is just an ordinary member of an even larger structure. This structure is called the Virgo Supercluster. It spans more than 100 million light years, containing thousands of galaxies. The Local Group, the Milky Way, and everything in the solar system are all just on the edge of the Virgo Supercluster. In an insignificant little corner, humans once thought that the Virgo Supercluster was already the largest structure in the universe. But later, scientists found themselves mistaken again. In 2014, scientists did research on paths of thousands of galaxies discovered, but they all seem to be flowing in the same direction. Tracing along these gravitational flows, an even more massive structure gradually emerged. It is the Laniakea Supercluster. It spans about 520 billion light years, containing approximately 100,000 galaxies. Its total mass is equivalent to 100 quadrillion suns. The Virgo Supercluster is just a part of its interior, and the Local Group is just a small member within the Virgo Supercluster. While the Milky Way is merely an ordinary galaxy within the Local Group. In other words, when you stand on Earth and look up at the starry sky, you are actually living inside the Laniakea Supercluster, in a very obscure corner. At this point, you might think this must be the universe's largest structure. But the terrifying thing about the universe is, every time you think you have seen the end, you will find a larger world ahead. Continuing to zoom out, you will find that Laniakea is just a single filament in the cosmic web. Scientists found that galaxies in the universe are not evenly distributed. They are connected like a spider web, forming massive filaments that span hundreds of millions or even billions of light years. Countless galaxies gather along these cosmic filaments, forming a super network that covers the entire universe. And between these filamentary structures, there are vast cosmic voids. The diameter of the voids even exceeds 300 million light years. Inside, there are almost no galaxies, no stars. Only a darkness close to absolute vacuum. If we could look down at all of this from outside the universe, you would see a network of light composed of countless galaxies floating in the darkness. And the Milky Way is but an insignificant speck of light among them. Even at this point, what humanity sees is still only a part of the observable universe. Currently, the diameter of the observable universe is about 93 billion light years, containing about 2 trillion galaxies. If each galaxy has an average of 100 billion stars, then the total number of stars in the observable universe reaches at least 10 to the 22nd power or more. This is a number so large that human language almost loses its meaning. All the grains of sand on Earth added together might be fewer than stars in the universe. But what is even more spine-chilling is that 93 billion light years is still not the true size of the universe. It is just the range that we can see. Because the universe was born 13.8 billion years ago, and the seeing light is finite, so the light emitted from further regions has not yet reached Earth. What lies beyond the observable universe? No one knows. There may still be countless galaxies there, countless superclusters, and even larger cosmic structures. In fact, many cosmological models suggest that the entire universe is likely infinite. If this hypothesis is true, then the 93 billion light-years range we see today is merely a tiny region within the infinite universe. Only then will you truly realize your own insignificance. Earth is about 4.6 billion years old, and human civilization is quite young. The entire human history is not even a blink of an eye on the scale of the universe's 13.8 billion years. And the Milky Way is insignificant compared to Laniakea, just as Laniakea is insignificant compared to the observable universe. Yet the observable universe is not necessarily the entirety of the universe. The most shocking cosmic thing has never been how vast it is, but rather that as you look all the way outward, you will find everything we thought was vital wealth, nations, wars, worries, and even all human civilization, all occurred on the surface of an ordinary planet at the edge of the Milky Way. And that planet is nothing but a speck of dust floating in the endless darkness of the universe. Perhaps because of this, we should cherish everything before us even more. Because in this vast, almost infinite sea of stars of the known universe, at least so far, only Earth seems to have life that can ponder the universe. Look up at the starry sky and try to understand it. Perhaps this is the most incredible miracle of human existence.